In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing the 2003 South Korean movie, Oldboy. Now, I don't know why I haven't reviewed this yet, because this is one of my top 10 Korean movies of all time, and one of those movies that was talked about a lot when it came out. Now, this is part of the Vengeance trilogy that Park Chan-wook created, comprising of Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Oldboy, and then the final movie, Lady Vengeance. Now, this movie follows the story of a Dae-soo who is imprisoned in a cell which resembles some sort of hotel room for 15 years. No explanation is given of why he's there, why he was captured, and everything. And he doesn't know the identity of his captors or what their motives are. Now, when he is finally released, he finds himself still trapped in the web of certain conspiracy theories, violence aspects, and anecdotes of certain things. And he wants his own he goes on this journey of vengeance and a quest to find out who his captors are, what is the idea behind everything, and what actually put him here. And then he falls in love with a young, attractive chef sushi girl, Mi-do, and let me tell you, Park Chan-wook directed a fantastic movie. This movie is talked about because it has one of the most controversial, shocking endings in any story for that matter. When you finally realize what the idea and basis of is this story, it's insane. And you wonder why this movie is part of the Vengeance trilogy that Park Chan-wook created. The acting by Choi Min-sik is really great. Seeing him eat that squid or that octopus, the real behind the scenes look of this movie, he actually does eat it. The story aspect, the cinematography aspect, the mental silhouette, and the feeling and physical emotional anguish he went through for these 15 years, and all of a sudden he's released out into the world, coming out of this trunk, and then going on and on. It's insane. Not only that, this movie was recognized for its big action sequence in a corridor, which was shot in one take. The character of Dae-soo has a hammer, and he fights off all these bad guys trying to attack him. It's iconic, it's memorable. It's what South Korean films are now. I feel like Oldboy in 2003 changed the landscape after 2003 of how South Korean films were going to be made. They don't hold back. They're right in your face, and they know what they're doing. It's fantastic because it's a great story. It's an original story. It's great acting. It's great directing. Park Chan-wook directed some of the biggest South Korean movies of all time, and seeing this as part of his filmography is really good. Now, it's loosely based on the Japanese manga of the same name, but with different takes to it, which they always have to do to change certain things. Now, if you haven't seen Oldboy, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? Now, this movie was recommended to me by one of my subscribers. I do want to thank you for that. Now, the reason I did the review for Oldboy is because I did a review for the other Choi Min-sik movie, I Saw the Devil, which came out in 2010. This came out in 2003, so 7 years before I Saw the Devil. Now, like I said in my I Saw the Devil movie review, I don't know why I haven't reviewed this movie yet, and I'm happy I'm doing it now because looking back on it and after watching it again, it's a fantastic, powerful movie. Not because of what it depicts, that's beyond the point, but because of the depth and the certain aspects it grabs at you with the emotional aspect to it, the shocking twist ending that you didn't expect to see, and what the bad guy and why the captor or the captives and the motives behind everything. It's a story about vengeance. That's all it is. Just to get back at someone for what they did to the other person is the big story here. It's crazy. It's interesting. I absolutely loved it. For me, Oldboy gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Oldboy. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like the story aspect to it? What did you think about the controversial twist ending that has everyone talking about it still many years and decades later? Let me know in the comment section below to the questions I just asked, and I'll see you guys in the next review video.